everybody, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. I am plumbobd and today we are building a starter home for my Oasis Springs Rebuild series. This starter home is gonna be in the neighborhood where also Johnny Zest lives, and this home is built for a specific sim, and this sim is basically Eliza Pancake's sister's ex-husband. I know it's a bit complicated, but in one of my previous videos I have built a house for Eliza Pancake's sister, which I have already created in Create a Sim, and I also built her diner. It's one of my previous builds, and I mentioned in those videos that she is divorced. She used to have a husband, but since she is mean, materialistic, and hates children, I figured they would be just as evil as Eliza Pancakes. So yeah, she couldn't keep her marriage together for that long, just in time to have a child and then divorce. But since she is evil and materialistic, I also imagine that during the divorce she would just keep all the money and give nothing to the husband. So the husband had to basically get a whole new life and start from scratch. Maybe he got given a little bit of money just to build this starter home, but yeah, this starter home is way under 20k. It's I think it's just under 15k, and yeah, so basically this sim is Eliza Pancake's sister ex-husband. He is quite different from her. He's first of all a yoga instructor, and you can see him standing in front of the build. I don't know why. Basically, when I tried to get into the build mode, my funds were set to 0, and like I didn't have infinite money. I had 0 simoleons, and even trying to cheat it, it wouldn't work. So I just had to go in live mode and cheat some money for this sim to build the house. And so yeah, that's why you see him standing right there. But that's great because I can introduce you to him. He's Camillo, and he, as I said, he's a yoga instructor, and you can already tell from his style, his fashion style, he's quite a free spirit, no to capitalism type of sim. I cannot remember his traits, but I made it apparent that he is quite in contact with nature, very spiritual, and you know that type of people. So he is a yoga instructor. I think this is basically the first time I mentioned it, but it makes sense to introduce him that way because it gives away the vibe of the sim. And also it makes a lot of sense because I have built a spa for my Oasis Springs save file, which let me know in the comments down below if you would like me to release this save file, because as of now I'm building it mostly for myself and to share my creations on the gallery. I'm not really building for other people to have the save file. I'm just having fun rebuilding the worlds, especially the base game ones, because I thought they don't look that nice. And so yeah, let me know if you would like me to publish the save file once it's finished. And I will also make a poll on Instagram for my next world to furnish, but that will come when we will approach the end of the Oasis Springs Rebuild series, which is still quite far because I think I've renovated maybe 6 or 7 lots, so we have still a quite long way to go, especially considering we have the land grab mansion to renovate, which is probably gonna take 2 parts as the Moroccan inspired mansion did, because it's just too big. So I'm gonna probably split it into exterior and interior again, just as I did with the Moroccan inspired mansion. But yeah, so let me know if you would like to publish, if you would like me to publish the save file, and go follow me on Instagram so you can vote on what next world we will be furnishing. My Instagram is plumbobd with an underscore, while on TikTok I am plumbobd, just same as YouTube. So yeah, back to the sim. For the 5th time I'm gonna mention he is a yoga instructor. He has a child with Eliza Pancake's sister, and this child, I actually made him a child, not a toddler, not an infant, we don't have those yet, just a child. They have a child together, and I think the child comes quite often to visit, maybe just for the day, because as you can probably tell from the size of the build, it's not that huge. He has a double bed, so he could technically sleep with the child, but maybe Eliza Pancake's sister doesn't want him to. But yeah, so he didn't get very much money from the divorce, so he had to do what he was given. So you can kind of tell his style is peeking through with, for example, the light fixtures that are made of I think they are wicker, not wicked sorry. And yeah, the posters I'm placing on the wall, the doors, maybe he painted the doors, and also generally, for example, the fencing is not that curated. There are some holes in the wall, but there are also some modern touches. I can imagine he had to buy some things. I used quite a bit of tiny living, for example, for the TV, but also in the bedroom I used it for the dresser. I initially wanted to put a Murphy bed, but then I just noticed that the apartment was big enough to have a separate bedroom. So this is not a studio house. Are studio houses even a thing? I don't know, but yeah, it does have a bedroom that's detached from the rest of the house, or rather its own room. But yeah, so the rest of the furniture, I went for furniture on the cheaper side, and maybe not even that well curated, somewhat mismatching, because he probably just focuses on his interior, on his spiritual self. And yeah, on the exterior I put also a yoga mat, because he's probably gonna do yoga by himself. But actually I could maybe go back to the lot and edit it in order to put some extra yoga mats, so maybe he can teach from home. I wouldn't be opposed to that, but maybe it makes sense for the storyline. He doesn't have that much money, so he cannot afford to buy that many yoga mats. Maybe it makes sense. Let me know in the comments down below what you want me to do. Do you want me to add some extra yoga mats, or are you fine with just having one and maybe working your way up to earn some more money and then add some more yoga mats? But yeah, how are you all anyway? I think this is the first video I'm gonna publish for 2023, and I want to wish you all a happy new year. I hope this year is gonna be fantastic for you all. Looking back at 2022, I have to say I am quite satisfied with how it went. After many years of really struggling with mental health, but also, you know, just the pandemic, lockdowns. Can I even say that word? Well, my videos are not even monetized anyway, so who cares, honestly. Yeah, so the panoramic and the various lockdowns, yeah, those have not been fun. But this year, actually, I really enjoyed it. I started traveling again, and honestly, my list of travels for this past year is very, very long. And I saw a trend on TikTok that basically two trends actually. One that just was like publish the list of the places you've been to, something like that. So I made it just for fun, just for me. I did not publish it, and it was super long, mostly thanks to my master's degree, because I am traveling to a different country for a semester each semester. So I have a lot of places I visited in France and Germany, because those are the two countries where I've been this year. I've been in France this spring, from February to June, and so I've seen a lot of places there. And then I've also been this fall and winter to Germany, so I've seen a lot of places there as well. So yeah, thanks to my master's degree, I've traveled a lot, but I also did some travels by myself. And then the second TikTok trend I saw was a trend for naming a country you visited for each letter of the alphabet. I have to say I have not completed the alphabet yet, unfortunately, but I would say over halfway done, so satisfied about that as well. But yeah, generally, besides just traveling, I've really enjoyed my time in France, not so much in Germany, but you know, personal growth, you learn, you live and you learn, and you learn also to adapt yourself to places you don't like. And that's what I did this past semester. So yeah, I have to say overall I'm very, very satisfied with my 2022. And you? How was 2022 for you? Did you enjoy it? Let me know in the comments down below. I think this is my third request for comments. So at least one, pick up at least one and choose what you want to comment on. But yeah, so I think we are almost finished with the house. I didn't decorate it that much for the exterior because first I did not have that much money. And secondly, because it's a starter home, I did not think it needed that much in terms of landscaping or maybe a fenced-in yard. I just put a tree and a yoga mat. I concentrated more on the interior. And in the interior there are some activities. For example, we have a meditation stool. Right now I'm putting some planters in the porch. Is it called porch? Patio? Whatever. And yeah, I just went around with some terrain painting just to make the place feel more lived in. But yeah, that's basically it for the exterior work. Mostly on the interior, and as you can probably see or have seen, you can see I put some furniture that's on the cheaper side, not really that nice, but I am really in love with this sim, and I hope somebody will want to play with him and make him climb up the social ladder again, because he was probably in contact with the land grabs and all the high society in Oasis Springs, but now he's probably not anymore. But yeah, not saying that he would actually enjoy that type of society. I'm just saying he was used to a different life when he was married to Eliza Pancakes. But yeah, so this is the end of the speed build. Remember to follow me on Instagram, plumbobd with an underscore over there, and also on TikTok, I am plumbobd. Remember also to comment, like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification if you like this video at any point. Screenshots should now be rolling, so I wish you all a happy 2023, and I will catch you all in my next one. Bye!